Hello, hello, welcome. This is Mythographic of the month for July. So I am coloring out of the newest Mythographic, Deep Blue. I did a little poll and this is the one that had the most votes. So this is my favorite page from Mythographic, period. Not my favorite book, but it is my favorite page out of all of them. I love this little saloon. So we are going to tackle this page together and I hope you will enjoy it. So I'm going to start with my background, which I usually put in last, but I feel like this one, when I put the background in, will kind of help me build the rest of the colors. So I have a super fun combo I'm going to try on this one. My goal here is to kind of keep the Old West feel, which is, you know, like the red and orange and yellow sunsets and have a nice wood look, but mix it with the aquatic underwater feel. So those seafoam greens and things like that. So that is my goal here. So my color palette is going to be for the background, and then I will build off it from there, which is why I'm putting my background in first. Poppy red, salmon pink, beige, pale sage, and then light aqua. So you can adjust from there if you'd like more red, more green, however you want to do it, but this is going to be my color combo. So to start, I'm going to put my darkest red, which is my poppy red, here at the bottom. Now, in keeping with the Old West feel, I may do these as kind of like red rocks, but I will change the colors up a little so that they are not the same as my sky here. And I am not going to bring this red up very far. And I'm actually going to pull you in a little. Okay, that's a little better. So I'm going to get right under the seaweed here. And then again, this is a gradient sky. I do like to do the gradient skies, so I want to keep it straight across. There is no sky over here, so I'm not going to bring my red all the way across. It is just going to stay right here. So my next color is salmon pink. I am not blending them together or getting all the white out or anything like that just yet. I am just bringing up color. Okay, and I am going to bring this one across over here. Okay, and I'm actually going to bring that up a little bit more. Actually, quite a bit more. I kind of, because I'm going from red to green, it's kind of an awkward transition, but I do want to still have the sunset effect by the saloon and then the more seawater look up toward the top. That's what I'm trying to go for. This will not be everyone's cup of tea. I am prepared for that, but I do think this is a neat combo for this page. As soon as I seen this page, I was like, oh, I have a combo that I have been waiting and waiting and waiting to use. So I'm going to use it. I'm not going to hesitate any longer. Alright, so again, don't have to be perfectly even, especially because it's water, but we do kind of want to have some a little bit even so that we don't end up with a tilted. Now you could also, because this is kind of twirling the water here, if you wanted to start with your green and work your way out, you could do that as well. But this is the way I decided to go. This is one of those books I am tempted to buy 2 copies just for this page. One time I wish they sold Etsy or PDF so that I could have just this page again. Okay, Then we're going to go to beige. Now beige is our transition color from this nice Ready Sunset up to this green color. So I don't need a huge section of it, but I do need enough to where these aren't far apart. So we don't have any kind of mudding or anything like that going on. Just kind of filling in here. I have no idea what I'm doing with these yet. Very much kind of flying by the seat of my pants kind of thing. The only thing I've really worked out is the background and the saloon. Of course, I'm going to do brown because I'm trying to keep that Old West feel. So that's what I have planned so far. Trying not to touch the black ink too much with this color because I noticed right here that it does smear a little bit. And I skipped this section over here and didn't even know it. Okay. So it's not even all the way across, but I feel like I kind of like it higher on the edges. Anyway, just making sure I've got everywhere. I can always come back and fill it in. Okay, pale sage is our next color. Trying to work around the windmill here. Okay. Trying not to slide around, sorry. Been talking about starting to tape my pages down because I do have a bad habit of sliding around, but I can't tape my whole book down, so just trying to be super conscious of where I'm at here. I kind of don't like that spot, but so bringing in the pale sage. So I do believe I got this combo a way long time ago when Sarah Renee Clark put out a thing about color combinations. The only thing that bugs me about, she gave out the color combinations, which I appreciate, but she didn't put them in order. So it was kind of like not all the combinations made sense because I didn't realize that right away, that the way she listed them wasn't in the order she used them. Once I figured that out, then they were fun to use. But had this one saved for a little while. Thought maybe watermelon, but then when I seen this page, I was like, this might work. Okay, light aqua. Again, not burnishing, not blending yet. Just laying down our color. Not gonna even go in between those windmill blades just yet. I'm going to turn this for just a second here so I can get a nice even layer across the top. I am going to washi tape around my edges, so I'm not worried about that too much, but I would like to kind of sort of keep it in the line so it looks like I know what I'm doing part-time. Now if you wanted to add a little bit darker turquoise up at the top here, just along the top, you could do that as well. I might just do it in the corners just to give it a framed in kind of feel. For the moment, I'm going to stick with it as is. So now I'm working my way back down my color pattern. I'm going to come in between all these little blades here. aware of where my colors change. And now I'm going to start blending my colors together. So now I'm going to come in with that pale sage, and I'm going to back blend up into that light aqua and downwards. Now this is kind of, you know, a sea background, so if you wanted to go back in and add some bubbles or anything like that, you could do that as well. I'm going to leave well enough alone until I get some more details in my page. If I feel like this is looking a little bare up here toward the end, that might be something I consider, but I don't want to overdo it yet and make my background too busy when I still have all this detail down here to put in. Now these lines in the water here, I'm either going to darken or probably come in with white, is my plan. But I will probably also do that towards the end, just because if I do it with white now, there's a chance when I'm coloring the fish or adding other things I could smear it pretty good. So pardon the noise. So let me get this top part blended. Okay, now that I got that done, I kind of did it just quickly off camera, so you didn't have to watch me for too long blending that section. If it looks too rough, too straight, too linear, again, just come in with your color, and it kind of does in a couple spots. And I will probably play with mine more off camera when I get all the colors in, but so now I'm on beige, blending this beige around with that green a little bit. Again, it may smear the ink in your book if you're coloring in the book. I don't know what it is about these books, but I've noticed with some of the creamier Prismacolors, they do like to get a little muddy. And it may be me because I'm a little bit heavy-handed as well, so. Again, so making sure we got a nice smooth blend there. Now we are filling in all the white, salmon pink, on camera here. Alright, and then of course we are going to touch up this poppy red we put down here. I am going to blend it a little bit with that salmon so that it's not too bright of red. I don't want it to stand out too much. But I do want to put this poppy red in here so that when I bring it into my saloon and wherever else that it may be, that it doesn't stand out too much. I never use a color just once on a page is what I like to say. Okay. So then I will come in with my eraser and clean up everywhere I got colored that I didn't necessarily want to color. These little fish should be wearing cowboy hats. That would be cute. If I could draw decent enough, I would totally draw a cowboy hat on them, but I cannot. I am decent at coloring, but I cannot draw. Alright, so I will touch up there around as necessary. It's kind of hard to see without like turning the book and changing my light. From here it looks good, but I'm sure when I change my light to where I can see a little better, I will see some spots that need fixed. Apologize for the snoring in the background. My little one fell asleep. She was coloring along with me and fell asleep. Oh, excuse me. So there is our sky. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that beige that we started with, or that we used in the sky here, and I'm going to base all my wood with it. On the Saloon, I should say. Don't do your barrels. So again, what this does is it creates a tone that kind of brings this color downwards. So we may not see it when we start adding the other dark browns and things to texture our wood, but our brain will recognize it. So again, just lightly basing the whole thing. Now another reason this beige works good is because I kind of want a little bit of a lighter Saloon. I don't want a dark one. If you want a dark one, go for it. But we have a lot of other wood and rocks and things going on, so I kind of want to keep my wood a little lighter. These can be a little darker, and then it'll help the Saloon stand forward some more as well. So just basing. So I am going to do these here as well. I'm going to do this door frame as well. And again, this is just a base layer. I'm going to come back with 3 or 4 different colors, and we're going to touch up and add in and all that good stuff. So we're just trying to get it all based one color. This also helps me see what all is wood. So like this little roof over here that I wanted to skip. What did I get on my page? 1 second here. I don't even know what I got on it right there, but we got rid of it now. So working around that seaweed there. Sure, we got all the way to the corners, the floors down here. I am going to do these little doors as well. I was going to think about doing the doors red, but I think that might look weird. So I'll probably do the curtains red. That will bring this poppy red up here and down here. And I will probably do this red, which will bring it all the way. Balance our page out. So again, on a normal, typical coloring page, there are exceptions, but I like to keep between 5 and 7 colors. Now that doesn't mean 5 to 7 pencils, because you know, you can create brown with 3 pencils, but 5 to 7 colors. So I have one, you could almost count these two as one, but 1, 2, 3, 4 just in the sky. So this is still part of my 4 colors, this beige that I used to base the wood. If I use this pale sage here, that's still part of one of these colors. So I'm not introducing a whole lot of colors and making it chaotic for the eye to see what's going on, but I still have enough variance that not everything is the same color. Now don't get me wrong, monochromatic pages are beautiful. I would love to try one someday. I have tried but failed. But yes, for this page. So basically this is going to be my palette plus or minus a few some other colors. Okay, so there is the base of our wood. So I'm also going to quickly base the word Saloon. And this is that poppy red that I used in the sky. One second. Okay, sorry about that. Had to remove the snoring from the background. That girl can snore. Okay. So again, we'll come back in the next part and touch this up. But just kind of showing how I'm using the colors I've already used to touch things up here. Now again, I'm not worried about filling in the white because I'm going to come in with at least 2 more colors on these letters. But if I am ever stuck on a page, not sure what I want, I at the very least will know these are going to be red, this is going to be brown. So kind of helps from there. I am going to do these a darker brown than this. I do not want them to at all match. So that is also another reason the beige is good for a base layer, because it will be lighter. Okay, and then I'm also going to quickly just base this flower so I remember that I want it red. Now this would be pretty as yellow too, but again, I am bringing in my colors from around the page. So the last thing I'm going to do is base this cactus. And this is the pale sage. So the tricky part here is to keep, oh, I missed a flower, is to keep the Western theme that I'm looking for, but mix it with the sea theme that I would like to show as well. So I am not coloring in the spikes of the cactus. Alright, so let me pull out a little. Alright, so there is our page so far. I know it doesn't look the most spectacular, but as we get some details filled in, this wood will really make it pop and come to life. So very excited for that. Questions, comments, requests, anything like that, please let me know, and I hope to see you for part 2. Again, if you would like to share, you can use the hashtag Mythographic of the Month Club, or you can post on my Facebook group. Hope to see you for part 2. Bye.